I've held off on this unboxing for a week now because of, well, this. But honestly, Origins is coming, Shavuot is coming, a Jewish holiday, and it's going to be packed, so things have to get done. Hey, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co., and this is my unboxing and rambling of Wonderland's War. A game I really want to get played, but haven't yet because it's in shrink and because I've been busy. It's not just that, but first, tea shot as usual. This is my tea shot. It's not coffee. I apologize. It's not coffee. It's tea. It's tea. But here's the deal. I sound like this, which means, let's see. I'm gonna put this off to the side. It's still like right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a drop. Let's move on to camera so you can pretend. There we go. It's on camera now. We can pretend it exists. But basically, and I know like 4 of you are like, I'm gonna knock that box into it. It will happen eventually. It hasn't happened yet. I've been pretty good with it. But basically, I have this voice situation. I'm getting over it slowly but surely, but it's messing with me in all the worst possible ways because of the fact that, first of all, it just in general, I'm filming videos and it's never a good thing to be doing. And secondly is because of the fact that I now have to be mindful of the fact that there's this weird timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly aspect. By the time you're watching this, I probably don't sound like this at all. But I film videos in advance now. Or I used to in theory, but not quite as much. But now that I'm actually full-time and I'm not desperately filming all the videos I need at the very last minute and rather actually getting them done, now that that's happening, it totally changes the conversation. This is Wonderland's War. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Ooh, I got the promo pack. I'm pretty sure there's a promo pack. Yes, this is the promo pack. I ordered this. This is the whole support the publisher thing when they were doing like, hey, shipping's expensive. We don't want to charge you extra. But how about we give you something and then you pay us extra? That sounds like a win-win to me. And honestly, I mean, I am a big fan of that in general. I'm a big fan. Ooh, this is... I should switch back to the top camera for this. We got all the stuff. We'll come back to this. We'll do all the top camera stuff shortly. Let's go ahead and put this off to the side, and let's dive into the rulebook. So, rulebook as follows. Ben Eisner, Tim Eisner, Ian Moss, Manny Tremblay, and yes, let me go ahead and move this off to the side so I can not worry about my coffee, my tea habit. It should be coffee. It's just not, unfortunately. This is Throat Coat. It's a brand of tea that was recommended as being very helpful when you have this situation. I mean, I still have the situation, but maybe it'd be worse. I have no idea. Let's dive into the rulebook. So, Wonderland has lost all frivolity. Wonderland has lost all entertainment and madness. This game, the rulebook starts on page 3, goes to page 5 for setup. Actually starting the game starts on page 6 over here. And this is fairly graphic heavy. Looks very easy to dive into. Page 6 till, let's see where we go. Let's see how far this takes us. Battle example, a full page of an example, full page of an example. Don't even know if I can count those. It looks like it primarily goes to here. So 6 to 15, roughly 9 pages of actual rules, plus some other stuff, and some 2-player rules, which I can't imagine I'll ever play this game 2 players, unless people are like, hey, it's really good 2 players, in which case we can have a conversation. That's not bad. This game has been getting a lot of buzz, by the way. I'm behind the curve in this one, which is unfortunate. Sometimes it happens. You can't be first with every game. It's a reality. It's something as a content creator, and I'm assuming all content creators have this problem. All board game content creators, although maybe other spaces too, where like I'll see like 3 reviews go up for a game, and I'm like, I'm behind the curve. It's unfortunate. I missed the boat. I'll get to it eventually now, but there's many other games where I'm the first coverage out, or the second coverage out, or whatever it is, and so there's always this balance of you kind of want to be first on everything, but you can't responsibly play everything first. It's just the way it works. You got to pick and choose. But then I kind of feel like I'm behind the curve because I'm watching other games come out, but I don't focus on the things that I'm first on. I focus on things I'm missed on. You always focus on the negative. So we have these promo cards. These were 5 promo cards. Like I said already, you could support the publisher and get these as extra promos. They're overpriced comparatively speaking, but I want the extra content. And while I don't normally chase promos, for this whole situation where they had to pay like who knows how much extra in freight costs for the extra containers, I'll make an exception. So, we have the Duchess promo. At the start of battle, choose another player, gain 1 strength each time they lose a unit in the Duchess region. This might make sense if I know how to play the game. March Hare. At the start of battle, gain 1 strength for each other Wonderlandian and leader in the March Hare region. Unicorn. At the end of battle, White Rabbit. If you're the first player to stop in a battle with the White Rabbit, gain 5 strength. And then the Griffin. So just more promo cards for the game. Like I said, we'll put these back in here because I don't know where to put them just yet. And we have the deluxe everything for this game. This game is very premium, very cool looking, and has been getting a lot of solid buzz. Dice Tower was very hyped about it. Other people were very hyped about it. What's it called? Thinker Themer was the first review I watched of this game. They got me very excited for a game that I was excited for, but also nervous about, because this game is basically area control combined with bag building, which is an interesting combination of things. We have our bags over here. These are nice little bags we have. Hand fits in. This is the hand test. Any bag which the hand doesn't fit in is a waste of time. Not an actual waste of time, but close enough to it. So it has this. We have the bags. Let's go ahead and show you them over here. We have the bags. And yeah, Thinker Themer got me excited about it because I already wanted to like it, but they seem to think it was actually a good game from a final production coverage, which is always a good thing over there. That always has me more intrigued as far as how the game is or isn't likely to do. Not likely to do, but just how it's doing. How's the initial coverage? We have meeples, we have stuff. There's so many things I don't know where to go there. This game is area control combined with Quacks of Quedlinburg. It's bag building, area control, which is an interesting combination of mechanics that may or may not typically work well. Do I have these in addition to? See, I don't even know if these are in addition to, or I have no clue. Let's take a look at some of these things over here. We're just going to go through stuff. I probably should have given my disclaimer. I'm under the weather. Give me a break here. I'll get to it eventually. But I usually give a disclaimer that for those of you who are new to this, this is an unboxing and rambling. It means I ramble. It means I go all over the place. I talk about anything from my voice to the weather, to how the weather's affecting my voice again. There's an annoying little tickle there just in the back of my throat, just waiting to like cough. The problem is if I cough, then I have to edit. And I don't want to edit, he says as he switches to the top camera. So, we have these over here. These little tokens. These are nothing impressive here. They're nice. I like them. Whenever I have games that have these tokens, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cough. I'm gonna leave that in too. Listen, at the end of the day, we are human. We are human. Content creators in general. I'm always impressed. Tom Vassell, does he ever get sick? Or do I just not notice? Like, I watch enough of the Dice Tower videos, I feel like I've noticed if he had gotten sick anytime recently, but I don't feel like I've seen him get sick anytime. I'm sure it happens. Someone recommended a book, actually, in a recent video. Someone recommended a book for me, How to Take Care of Your Voice, or something like that. It's for people who, like myself, their voice is now their living, which is just not something I ever really thought it would be. Don't get me wrong, I always talked a lot, but if I couldn't talk for a week because of whatever, then I couldn't talk for a week because of whatever. It didn't affect anything. I just couldn't wax eloquently or uneloquently about whatever was going on in my life. Versus now, that means I have to wonder about which videos I filmed ahead of time, which videos I'm ahead of schedule on, which videos I'm going to film that entire week that are going to show up. Like now, when I film a video, this whole week I've been filming videos that are going to go up anywhere over the next several weeks, and I'm going to sound like this with random videos. People are going to be like, oh wow, Alex is better again. Oh no, Alex is worse again. Oh no, Alex is better again. Just this week I had someone who's like, as I was doing an older video, they're like, hey, I'm so glad to hear that your voice is feeling better. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's not. That video was filmed 3 weeks ago. Even this video, by the way, even this video is going to be filmed, it's going to be going up on the same day as I'll be doing a video with James Hudson, the Skybound Games, well, previously Skybound Games, now, well, previously Druid City Games, then Skybound Games, then Druid City Games again. But the company that basically made this game, James Hudson, I'll have an interview with him going up today, earlier today, before this video went up. This video is going to be going up after that, talking about the nature of producing games domestically in the US, why we do and don't do it, or why they do and don't do it. I don't do anything. But basically, he's going through that, and then we'll have a regular conversation with me sounding completely fine, followed up with me sounding like this, with me sounding completely off-kilter with my... I can't. People are like, Alex, rest your voice, and I'm like, but I want to talk about board games. I do just want to talk about board games. I want to play board games and stuff. For me, my goal this past week has just been not falling behind on videos. Not getting ahead, but not falling behind. I do have all this stuff built up already, and it does help to have all that content already from prior videos. But here we got these adorable little cats. I like these ones a lot. These ones, my daughter is going to go crazy over these. And look at these little cat meeple shapes. She's going to love those. They're like, I mean, they're adorable. Some of these are cuter than others. We haven't even gotten to miniatures. I'll still timestamp stuff. That's one of the nice things. One of the nice things is that there's other things you can do when your voice is shot. I might be getting behind on videos, but I can also still get ahead on other things like editing or playing games. playing campaign games, although then I can't film them, and I like filming my stuff. I've been doing more and more Patreon content for playthroughs of solo games, Tainted Grail, Machina Arcana, Foundations of Rome, all these solo stuff. But then also over on Twitch, I've been experimenting with streaming stuff, like really experimenting. Like by the time you watch this, I don't know how much Twitch content I do or don't have. I'm just trying to have fun, trying different things, and yes, still trying not to cough. I don't know what it is right now. I was fine the last video. I did a video right before this. And then this one's like a little bit more bothersome right there. Although, maybe it was because I did the last video already. But still, let's go ahead and dive into this. Did I even give my... I gave my disclaimer on Unrambling. I did. I'm so out of it. I'm so gone. I feel like I'm drunk, but like I'm not drunk. I'm just off my game. Not this whole week, just this video. I'm like so off my game. But it's unboxing. I can't like rebox it and shrink it, so we're just going to continue. For what it's worth, it's probably entertaining for some of you. Let's go ahead and show you some of these miniatures, because miniatures are fun. Now this is from Wonderland's War, which you said already, which you know. We have a ton of stuff. What do we have here? We have the board. Maybe we'll do miniatures last. What do we have here? We have a table for tea time. This is art, I guess. Story and Art by Manny Tremblay. Oh, this is an actual book. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is fun. I think these were the Kickstarter updates, weren't they? Doing the Kickstarter, I vaguely recall them being very engaging with their updates and very story-driven. I think these are from that. Well, that's nice. I'll take that. Cool. So we have that over there, which will go on top of that. We have this over here, which I have no idea what this is. There's just lots of extra content here. Madness, the only resource worth losing your head over. Wonderland's War. This is a photo. These are art prints. Oh, okay. I'll give these to my daughter. She'll like these. I imagine she'll like these. Once I show her the cat, she'll be very sold. And there's a unicorn. Unicorns always sell her on anything, so that works fine. But yeah, these are the art prints. Honestly, art prints in games bug me, because I always like the art, but then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm not going to keep it in the box. I'm not going to hang it up most of the time. So it's like I feel like I have this really nice thing that I don't have any good way of putting it to use. And I'm like, why'd you send me this nice thing that I don't want to throw out, but maybe I'm going to throw out? I don't know. Lots of cards. Let's do the board. I'm going to have to figure out how to move these things around to actually fit on the table now, because things are escalating nicely. This is the board for Wonderland's War, which will eventually get down over here. And let's go ahead and adjust that top camera out a bit just so we can see everything. We can zoom out as we see the board. And there we go. This is your board. This can be the little tea time. You can be going around trying to select different cards that are slotted down over here. These are the various areas of the board you're fighting over. I mean, listen, the game looks good. I'm very intrigued by it. I'm very... The art looks amazing. The style of gameplay is my genre. All these things are just generally good across the board. I need more tea. It's just tickling. Maybe if it wasn't 1:30 at night. That might help. That might help. But I took a nap today because I was like, hey, I should get more sleep. But then I couldn't go to sleep because I took a nap. It's a vicious circle. So, let's go ahead and take a look at these cards. These are going to be your classes. The various, we have the Cheshire Cat, we have the Jabberwock, we have the Queen of Hearts, and we have Mad Hatter, and then we have Alice's Rebellion. All giving you different options as far as the way the chips will lay out, the abilities you have. When you play a Sword of Hope chip, flip your shield token to the unbroken side. Love of Learning. At the end of battle, if you did not bust, return an active chip with strength 1 or 2 to your bag. Again, this just feels like Quacks of Quedlinburg combined with area control, which is all a good thing. Are these double-sided? Are these... What is the other side of this? 2-player. This is a 2-player mode. Okay, 2-player mode, fine, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and put these away. We have our bags, we have our chips. Do we not have punch boards? I think because I got the upgraded resources, they didn't give me punch boards, which is fine. I don't need both punch boards. Then they have this divot on the side of the box. Nope. I have punch boards. I was wrong. We have plenty of punch boards. So I do have upgraded resources. I don't know exactly what the differences are as far as I know. I have upgraded chips and things. I don't know the full difference. We have our little battle chart over here. Waging war, end of battle. Honestly, that looks incredibly complicated. I assume it's easier than what this looks like because that flow chart is a whole lot of situation. That's a lot to go over. I mean, let's take a look at this. Let's zoom the camera in again. I forgot to do that. Let's go back in. We have this over here as far as our waging war End of battle. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. We'll see. Then we have our boxes full of chips, or bags full of chips. And these are nicely solid as far as, you know, general component quality and all that. Do the job. But again, I don't think these are necessary because most of these things I won't be using. Some of them I will. I don't know what's replaced by the deluxes or not. But we'll go ahead and show you all that. Then we have the miniatures and all those things. But we also have standees for those who want it. And the art is great. I mean, the art on these standees, look at Alice over here. Look at Alice and her little, you know, just, it's adorable art. I almost feel bad that I have miniatures because what am I going to do with these? Like, what am I going to do? We'll go through the miniatures shortly. We'll get to that in a minute. But, I mean, and then we have advertising for Tidal Blades, Grim Masquerade, and Sorcerer City. All solid games. Really like this one. My daughter likes this one. I'm okay with it. And Tidal Blades, I have not played Heroes of the Reef, but I have played Rise of the Enfolders, and that's a great one there. That's what we have over here. So we have punch boards, which I'll go through and punch later. For right now, I'll dump them back into the... I'll put them on the top of the box. I'm not going to put them in the bottom. Then we have cards. So we have this beautiful little die over here, which actually is fairly beautiful. If you look at the colors over here, we have that there, like this. You know, they're nice. I like it, you know. It does the job, so all of that stuff. And then we have cards. Cards, cards, more cards, and then most cards. Let's take a look at this. Let's find my handy dandy knife, which I still haven't knocked over my coffee, so tea. Force of habit. I only drink tea when I'm sick. I'm not a fan of tea, honestly. But the internet say, well, it depends. People say that tea and honey is good for a sore throat. The internet say that the honey thing is just an old wives' tale and is not actually true. Then again, if you listen to the internets, they still think that the earth is round, and we know better. So, can't always go by the internets. I always feel bad right about now, because right about now is when I inevitably go, that was a joke. I don't think the earth is flat. Also, YouTube, please don't listen to my words and demonetize me because I said the earth is flat. It's not flat. It's round. It's very, 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 very round. It's absolutely round. And also, we did definitely land on the moon. Absolutely. I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, I always want to make these jokes, but then the problem is there's always that small percentage of people that might think you're serious. And it's worth being like, no, I'm not serious. I'm sick, not serious. Cards. So, we have our cards over here. Just all the cards. Don't know anything about these because I don't know how the game plays. I just know that lots of people liked it. I know Broken Meeple did not love the game. I know that. He didn't dislike the game. He just thought it was okay as opposed to great. Thought it was too long for what it was, I believe, if I recall correctly. Which is fine. The amount of games that are popular that I haven't loved are extensive. The amount of unpopular games that I have loved are extensive. I would say, in general, my tastes will line up with some degree of mass, you know, whatever. But it's certainly not a guarantee. Honestly, these cards are not exciting. I'm not going to go through them either. I mean, they might be very exciting once you play the game, but I haven't played the game. So right now, these are just cards that just show a bunch of chip icons on them and don't look that compelling. And I don't want to slice them up with my knife over here. I want to open them up, not slice them up. But yeah, so I know Broken Meeple didn't love it, but I think he's the only content creator, I'm sure individuals, I think he's the only content creator I watched that did not love the game. And so it's bound to happen. That's totally fine. It will always happen. No game is right for everyone, and no game is wrong for everyone. It's not entirely true. There are games that are wrong for everyone. One of my favorite quotes is, I think, from Actual All. If I recall correctly, Actual All said this quote. Great channel, by the way. You should check it out if you haven't already. But he said, no games are objectively bad. But there are games that are subjectively bad for the vast... I can't remember the exact quote, but he's like, no games are objectively bad, but there are games that are subjectively bad for the vast amount of the human population or the vast quantity of humans. Like, basically saying some games suck. Just, you can't say a game is objectively bad because it's a subjective opinion. Here are these cards over here. What are these? These are wagers. Okay, quests. It looks like the quests have this on this side. Paint the roses, befriend them all, be yourself. Specific quests you can go for. And then we have wagers, which are just who you're wagering on or who their wagers are. But I don't know how these actually work. Alice is wagering on... I don't know how these work at all. So the characters can all wager on not themselves. So you can see Alice has wager cards for everyone who isn't herself. So that's a factor as far as wagering in battle. How does that play out? No idea. No idea how it plays out. Just know that they have cards for this, and I need to figure out where these cards go. We have assemble. Oh, these are more quests. Oh, okay, good. So there's 2 pockets of quests. I thought that 5 quests seemed fairly light. We have a lot more quests going on. Assemble Menagerie, Industrial Strength Revolution, Rally the Weak, Wonders Upon Wonders, Best Intentions, Band of Bruisers, all the fun quest cards that we can now stack together with the other quest cards. And then we're not done yet because we have these cards as well, which I probably should... I don't love using the tags they have on cards on the side of plastics, because the problem is these tags they have, they're often just a tad... like, they're a tad sticky enough that I feel like I'm going to scratch the side of the card just to get it out, which is never something I love doing. Let's go ahead and open this one too. We have, it depends how light it comes off. This one's actually coming off fairly decently, but sometimes I feel like I really have to dig in there, which is just not fun. Anyway, so earlier today, I did a video with James Hudson about the nature of stateside production. Why are we not doing more game production in the US? Because with all the freight crisis stuff people going on, there's a lot of people, well, many people, who are like, we should pit more games, we should make more games in the US, and it's not really that viable, and we talk about that in the video. It's something that would be great in theory. We have our reference cards, which are great. I like reference cards. I love player aids in general. And then we have these over here. These are the fun cards. These are the things you're really looking for. We have the Forge. After battle, you may forge one active chip. We have Card Soldiers, and your next draw extra chips equal to this chip's strength. Double the strength of the next chip you place on your attack. These are lots. This whole game, it seems right up my alley. It's powers and abilities. It's push your luck. The biggest potential complaint, which is a very real complaint, more player aids, which I like. The biggest potential complaint is the fact that, at the end of the day, where are my promo cards at? Where did I put my promo cards? They're somewhere over here. Here are my promo cards. See, these should go in this pile over here. But at the end of the day, there's a very real complaint that you may not feel the degree of agency you would like because of the fact that there's enough luck in this game that it might throw you off. There's enough luck in this game that you're like taking actions, but then it's a very, anything with push your luck. I mean, I just reviewed a different game today, totally different game. It may have gone up on the channel, I don't remember. I don't know when exactly they're going up, but the game was First in Flight by Genius Games, I believe. And First in Flight is a game that has push your luck. And the problem with push your luck is that sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to. And so you feel a little bit of, I strategized. I did the best I could. I planned around what I need to do, but I still can't control against everything working out perfectly. I only have so much agency in life, and it doesn't extend to controlling for luck. And so push your luck has a very real problem attached to it, which is fine. It is what it is. But that could be a problem in a heavier game, especially if this is a longer game. I don't know how long it is, but especially if it is. So let's take a look at some of the miniatures, these things majigs, which are very, very cool looking. Let's go through them. So we have this over here, like so. This one, I'm just going to show you one of each color. We have this one over here, which is very solid. Just, 3 towers or whatnot of whatever it is. Then we have this one over here. Just, again, just each of the colors we have. The Queen of Hearts will obviously be one of the, well, heart-shaped ones, although it's not showing up as nicely. I find neon colors don't show up as nicely. It looks much better in my hand than on the camera screen, I can tell you that right now. And then lastly, we have these pink ones over here, which is very, very nice. That's a lot of fun. I like that one a lot. That one's like, it's a little morbid because the cat kind of looks like it's half dead, but that's Cheshire Cat. What do you expect? But then let's go ahead and look at the actual miniatures that replace the standees in this deluxe version of the game. This is the fun part. And we also have the chips as well, but we'll do those after, just because that's what I have in front of me right now. So we have this guy over here, all solid as far as that goes. We have this one over here, this person, this little dragon thingamajiggy. I like this. This is solid. Then we have, in general, we have just the Queen of Hearts. These are like the main characters-ish, I guess, as far as things go. We have a unicorn for Alice, representing Alice's place in the situation. We have this little Pegasus-ish. This is a Pegasus? Pegasus is, I can't remember which one's a wish. There's like Pegasus, might be a hippogriff. Is that what it is? I can't remember the specific versions of the various mythical beasts. I still remember the time my daughter corrected me about the difference between alicorns and unicorns. I was like, that's a unicorn. She's like, no, it's not. It's an alicorn. It has wings. That's not a unicorn. Unicorns are totally different. And honestly, she's not wrong. It's just, I just didn't expect to be corrected because she was like 2 at the time. She wasn't 2. She was maybe 4. Maybe 4. I don't remember exactly. Then we have all these allies. So you have different things. You have, oh, we do have Alice here. We do have Alice. We'll go to Alice in a second. But you do have all these different characters and tokens and things that you have. All fun stuff. This is nice. I like the miniatures. Miniatures, I mean, this is what I expect from Skybound Entertainment, from Druid City. The miniatures are top notch. I mean, I'm sure people have been painting these already. They look solid. We have a little Excalibur adjacent, although it's the Queen of Hearts, so a little less Excalibur adjacent. And then we have, this one's going in correctly. It's fitting. I'll show you most of these, if not all. We have the walrus over here, you know, with the little tusks. Alice was always a tale that was very creepy as a child. I mean, the whole concept of Alice is really that never-ending nightmare of feeling trapped, of trying to run but being unable to. And it's very haunting and disturbing, but I guess we just show it anyway, because... And you know what I really loved? Here's what I really loved. What was the video game? Not Tim Burton. There was... Someone had a video game. Oh my gosh, Alice's... I really liked it. First of all, there's a Tim Burton movies. There are Tim Burton movies of Alice in Wonderland. I watched the first one. I have not watched the second one. I need to watch that. But Something McGee's Alice. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's an Alice video game that was always amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I remember watching American McGee's Alice, I think it was. I remember playing that as a kid. I cannot imagine it holds up. I can't. I imagine if I played it today, I'd be so disappointed with it. But I loved it as a kid. I loved diving into it. It was so hauntingly compelling and really well done as a video game. I think it was American McGee's Alice. I think that's what it was. It was really, really good. Honestly, video games in general, like, I mean, the amount of nostalgia I have towards video games and the way they do and don't pay off is an entirely different... Oh, this is an excellent... This is my favorite miniature, easily. Favorite miniature. Favorite miniature. Maybe I'll timestamp this favorite miniature. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll see. But this is really nice. That's like a little head. If you, I'm going to show that again. That's a little head over here. The body is sitting on top of the head, which is what you'd expect from the Cheshire Cat, because that's what I expect from the Cheshire Cat. Let's do... I think we've done most of them. I may have missed one or two because I went out of order. But that's fine. It's close enough. And then let's go ahead and show you the separate extra token pack. The board goes in here. Let's do this on the top camera. So let's show you everything on the top camera over here. So we have this. We have all the stuff down here. We have the cards over here underneath this. So all the cards, all the tokens. This goes in here like so. This goes on top like so. This goes in here like so. And again, I think this is meant to rise on top. Is it fit actually? We'll take a look at that shortly. We'll come back to you. For right now, I'll put this in, because they have this other box over here that goes in there, but I don't know what the full intent of every single thing is. Let's put this up here. We can put you in here, and all these on top. But again, I think that's just a placeholder. I don't know exactly how things are supposed to go, but we'll call this a wrap on the core box for right now. That's very, very solid. Does the job. And then these are garbage. I don't care with those. And then this goes on top very nicely. And that is the core box, which leaves us this, which we'll go ahead through. And those will, I'll have to figure out how to sort this all later. That will all be a later problem. For right now, I've gotten past that annoying tickle part of the throat situation. I don't know. I have cough drops. I have all the things. I think it's allergies. I could be wrong. Like somebody pointed out that the last time I had this in a video was May 25th when I did The Witcher. Okay? Now right now when I'm talking to you, it's like May 28th or 29th or something like that. I don't even know the date right now. It's one of those dates. But basically a year ago was when the last time I had this throat thingy that went away. Do I? Now I'm confused. Give me a second. Because I should have... This is just a box. I should have the actual chips. Do I not have the actual chips, or did I just... Give me a second here. This might be what I'm looking for. Here's what I'm looking for. Okay. I was a little nervous for a second there, because I was like, for a second I thought I didn't have this. I just looked where I grabbed it off the shelf. These are what I'm looking for. This is the nice little box where they go in. This is the box that goes on the floor there. This box over here might... I'm curious how this works. I imagine this fits in here, but even this whole thing might fit in the top there. We'll take a look and see. But for starting off the baseline, let's go ahead and see how this works. We have that nice little insert thingamajiggy there, which shows you all the stuff. We have this, which I'm just going to rip on open and pour out. And then we'll store them all exactly like it says, because it actually shows me. no, this is not one of those times where I'm going to be like, where does it show me where it goes? Meanwhile, this is pointed towards you and I don't see a thing. I'm like, I wish they had included an insert. I do that a lot in these videos where I don't really know what goes where, and I just start, did I put this in the right area? I think I did. Yeah, they did. See, these will go in the second column of this. So we'll put 5 over there, or whatever number that is. We'll put them over here like so. I don't know. I'm looking forward to this game. Solid production value, which I expect. The part that I was hopeful for is not the production value. The part I was hopeful for was the game quality. How good is a game? At the end of the day, games have to spark joy. Like Call of Duty style, they have to spark joy. More and more, I find myself playing a lot of games that I really like, but then I just don't find them necessarily sticking. And part of the balance for me that I have to be mindful of every single time is when is a game not sparking joy because I just have so many other games on my plate? Meaning, when am I being unfair because I'm a content creator and I have a lot of games a lot more games than the average person to play, and so like it's just harder. Like I can't be irrationally mean to games because I'm like, well, this game isn't the best game I ever played this month. Congratulations, Alex, you've played 40 games this month. It's not every game is going to be the best game you play this month. And it's an interesting balance that I haven't figured out yet. Because the part for me that's weird is, I'm going to save these bags. These are a lot of good bags. The part for me that's weird is, it feels weird to give a game, let's say, a 4 out of 5, and then get rid of it a month later. But that happens because I have so many games. I'm fortunate enough to be in the position to play a lot of games, and so what am I supposed to do? It's a weird balance that I'll never get right. I will constantly agonize over it because I don't know. I just agonize over stuff. I agonize over what's right, what's wrong, how I should do things, how I shouldn't, what my responsibility is as far as coverage of things, and how mean versus polite to be about things. I don't know. It's a balance. It's a balance that I'll never stop wondering about. This looks like a custom bag. This looks like up there. It looks like, okay, great. Let's focus on clearing some other things out of the way first. These are, I'm trying to like clear this as nicely as possible just based on putting these over here. I haven't shown you any of these. I have not shown you any of these. I should show you some of these. That makes sense. This is an unboxing video, right? So let's go ahead and show you some of these. These are the chips you're looking at. I'm just loading them into the box, but that's what you're looking at. I mean, I'll show you some more in a second. There's some more variety going on there. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Okay. There we go, there we go. And then we have these that go on the bottom situation, majiggy. There's so many things. This won't open. This is the most bothersome one because it won't open. And now I'm sitting here talking to you about how it won't open. And I finally got my fingers in that. Like, sometimes they like static cling together, those bags. I'm looking forward to tabling this one. I don't know what'll happen. You know what? Devin from Devin Talks Tabletop. You should check him out, by the way. His channel is growing fairly quickly. But Devin Talks Tabletop, he knows how to play the game. He's actually done a full play the game of this over on Kids Playing. You should check that out as well. But I am going to have him teach me this game. I'll probably read the rules as well myself because I like doing that. I like walking and knowing the rules, but it will potentially save me time if he also knows the rules. So it'll just be easier. It'll be like I know the rules as opposed to I'm teaching the game. There's a different level of involvement needed when you're teaching the game as opposed to when you just need to know the rules. This one goes in the center row up here. This all works very nicely. It's a great, honestly, it's a great image. It's a great image. It does a phenomenal job. Okay, let's put this in here, into here, and these go in there, these go in here, and I'll show you this last bag, or these last 2 bags, because these things have, are these singular tokens? These are singular tokens. They have singular spots, it looks like. Maybe 2 spots, I don't know. Let's go ahead and show you some of these. So we have over here, just some more of these tokens over here. These are just replacements for the other chips you have that in the base box, but these are just replacing. These are the specific chips you can grab or buy. There we go. We have that over there. We have this over here. Just individual chips that will go into your bags and stuff. But these have specific places they go. I should probably try to find these. This one, I don't know if it matters necessarily as long as I get, it looks like there's 2 of each type. So as long as I find the 2 of each type, and just find the glove, put them there, the heart, put them there, this, put them there. It's all working very well, very nicely. Usually I don't do the sortings in the unboxings, but honestly this is quick enough. I'll timestamp past this to the end in case you want to skip this, although it's a little late now if you're watching this particular section. But that was actually really quick to match those all up. 2 of each, and then lastly we have this bag, which looks like we have 3 of the types. 3 of the types in a single bag. Let's just find the greens. The greens can go off to the center, it looks like. Nope. The greens are not greens. The greens are greens. There are greens. Greens go down here. And then we have 3 different types of chips, or 2 different types of chips. We have the dark blues go in the middle. The green goes down to the bottom. Dark blues go in the middle. And then the rest can all go on the outer edges. It looks like they're the same. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead confidently forward for right now because they look close enough to me. These are very nice. I'm happy I was not missing these. That would have been very sad. And ta-da! There we go. And this is your unboxing situation of Wonderland's War. This is what you have. I mean, this is a fairly nice thing over here. Let's go ahead and see if this does fit in the box. I am curious, just practically speaking, does it have the exact same dimensions or not? Or does it fit? See, the way you test this as well, I guess you could test it by pulling this out. But realistically, I don't imagine it fits. It might fit. It might fit. And this is something that I'm sure the internets already know the answer here. I don't, though. This is myself. It fits. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I will have to figure out exactly how to store this all myself later because I'm going to have to like pull out the other things that make it fit. But clearly that is designed to go in there. That is very nice. I approve. James Hudson, I approve of this production quality. This is solid. I'm looking forward to playing this. And that's basically it. That has been your unboxing and very sick rambling. I don't know. My energy's off. It just is what it is. Sometimes when you're under the weather, you're under the weather. But stuff has to be done. Games have to be played. Things have to be talked about. When I'm better, I'll do a video. You know what I'm going to do? For the next time I get a voice like this, which might be a year from now, I'm going to film a video in advance. I'm going to film a video as soon as my voice gets better that will go up because the first day was the worst. The first day I couldn't talk. I got to a point I could not converse. I couldn't do a video like I'm doing now. Now I just sound gravelly the whole video. It's fine, but like the first day was bad. When I get better, I will film a video that will go up the next time my voice sounds like this. And it'll be about the reason why I still do these videos. Well, that's not entirely true, because I still do these videos because I enjoy it. I enjoy sitting down and talking. I enjoy having a conversation. I don't enjoy being off my game. But talking about board games, playing board games, filming board game stuff, I like board game stuff. I like it a lot. And so that's what it is. In any case, I could ramble uneloquently onwards for longer, but I think I'm going to call this a day. This has been your unboxing and rambling of Wonderland's War. Fantastic production quality from Skybound Games, from James Hudson. Very excited to play this one. I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. And until next time, I hope you have a good one.